Hi, I'm Katrina. I'm a 500-hour registered yoga teacher, and I'm here today to show you a few yoga poses that can help to alleviate some tension, aches, pains from standing on your feet all day as a hairstylist. So you will need a few items in order to do these. One is a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's totally fine. You can use a blanket or a towel. You will also need blocks. Now, you can have 2, 4, 6, however many blocks you need to support you. If you don't have blocks in the home, you can always also use a rolled up towel or blanket as a prop. So go ahead and get your items set up, and I'll see you back here soon. All right, let's get started with our first pose today. So this pose is amazing if you have swelling in the feet, ankles, legs in general. So this pose is called legs up the wall. So I have moved my yoga mat to press up against the wall. And then you can have a block here if you'd like a little bit more. I'll show you a couple variations of this, okay? So what we're going to do is gently scoot our bottom over towards the wall, and then gently lay down onto the side and rotate our legs, crawl them up on the wall. So we're here. If this feels good for you, you're welcome to stay here. Each pose will be in for 3 to 5 minutes. So get comfortable, find some ease, and allow the circulation to move. If you want, you can use a block if you want a little bit more support on the low back. If that's true, you can bend the knees, plant the feet on the wall, press into your heels, lift up slightly, and gently place the block on the low spine and sacrum. So find a comfortable position for the block, and then re-extend the legs up the wall. Like I said, this pose is amazing to get the blood circulating through the legs. If you've been standing all day, the blood has been pulling towards the feet. We're just trying to get it to move up towards the heart. So we'll stay here again for 3 to 5 minutes. Our next pose is one that allows us to decompress the spine. Standing all day, I'm sure you realize that there are effects that it has on the spine. It actually decompresses it. So this pose we're about to do is going to help elongate and soothe the spinal column. So we're going to come into a tabletop on all fours. Your fingers are going to be spread wide like starfish. The wrists are underneath your shoulders. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can walk them up and out just a little bit. The knees will be underneath the hips. And this pose is cat and cow. So I want you to inhale to drop the belly, lift the chest and the head. And then as you exhale, press through your palms around your shoulders, drop your chin into your chest. We'll inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So what I'm doing is slowly coordinating my breath with the movement and moving my spine. And then once you are done, you can come back to a neutral spine, meaning long and flat. Take a couple breaths here, feel your groundedness, and then you can gently sit back on your heel. So our next pose is one that not only helps to relieve back pain, but it also helps to open up our hips. Our hips are a storage space for built up emotions, tension. So opening this space can help us to relieve a lot of pain in the spine. So we are going to come into lying down on our backs. And then gently hug the knees into the chest. Already you can feel a lot of tension released off of the low back. So if if you'd like here, you can take a couple rocks from side to side, and we'll gently massage the low spine. Wiggle the toes, roll the ankles. And then when you're ready, we're coming into happy baby. So your knees are going to shift into your armpits, and you're going to lift the feet up towards the ceiling. Now, if this is where you're at, this is wonderful. We're already feeling it in the hips. If you'd like, you can latch on to the back of the thighs by the knees. If you can reach, you can hook on to the bottoms of your feet to gently help guide and open the hips. And then you can either stay here in stillness, or you can gently rock from side to side, again massaging the low spine. Again, never forgetting to breathe. Breath is super important. Now, we never want to feel any tension or like we're forcing a pose. So if this feels forceful and not relaxing, gently release. Let the hands come towards the back of the thighs. And again, we're here for 3 to 5 minutes. Once you're done with those 3 to 5 minutes, you can gently bend the knees, close the legs and hug them back into the chest. And then just release the legs down onto the mat. Our next pose is called supine twist. Twists in general are important for spinal health. What they do is literally bring out the spine of that old pent-up tension and energy. It detoxifies the spinal column and it allows for better, newer, oxygenated blood flow through that area. Not only does that do that, but it also helps to aid with digestion, so you're getting like a 2-for-1. So what we're going to do is come down onto our backs. Now you can have your blocks here if you'd like. There's a few variations of this. You're going to keep the right leg long and hug the left knee into the chest. You'll take the left arm out to a T, and then as you exhale, let the left knee fall over towards the right. And you'll send your gaze out over that left shoulder. Now, the block can be here underneath your knee for support. If you don't want it, you don't have to use it. You can also bend the right knee and make it a little bit more gentler on the low back. Remember, wherever we are, we're not forcing any poses. We don't need to look cool for anyone. This is simply to help us release our bodies. If you do want it deeper, you can straighten the right leg and then gently guide the hips to the center of the mat so that left knee can fall even deeper. And then once you're done with that side, you'll gently guide the knee back up into the center. And then switch out the legs. Left leg comes onto the mat, right knee into the chest, right arm out to a T, and exhale, supine twist. Again, whatever variation feels good for your body is where you're at, and it's beautiful. And you're here in this pose for 3 to 5 minutes.